We're back on this 340 today. Finally got that new governor, hand throttle rod. Got it on and adjusted. RPMs look good. We're sitting right at what rate it is. Ended up going through and cleaning up the carburetor a little bit. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a rod in here that's been replaced. And that actually needed just a little bit of adjustment too, for the actual throttle rod there, to get it to where it really needed to be, right around 2200 RPMs, high idle. Still wasn't getting enough RPMs out of the PTO. Only getting about 460, 470 RPMs. Checked the clutch. It wasn't slipping. I ran, checked the transmission oil. It was actually a mix of hydraulic oil, old looking and smelling hydraulic oil, and some gear oil. So drain and flush that. Checked the oil. Checked all the linkages of the PTO, and it looked good. And then checked the oil in the PTO and found that it just had some sludge in the bottom. It didn't really have any oil in it. So took that out and got it on the bench and checked it out, cleaned it, flushed it 3 times, let it dry over the weekend, got it back together. Looks like I'm losing about 25% of my RPMs through that PTO assembly. We got some new gauges for it too. Need to finish putting them in and get them all adjusted up so we know how hot and how much fuel we have and battery and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty nice tractor when it's all said and done. Got a little work to do to that PTO, but we'll get it fixed up. Hydraulics all seem to work, so that's good. So far it's kind of been eating some batteries though. Tapping the electrical system after we get the PTO. Really wasn't planning on doing all this work to it, but it's got to be right or it's just wrong. So here's that PTO assembly on the truck. It looks like it says 450 on the side of it, but yeah, I've got the brakes and everything adjusted up right, but maybe you can see it if I get it going. Get about 1175 on the input, just on the bench here. On the output, we're only getting about 775, give or take a little bit on both sides. It runs smooth and quiet. It's not getting hot or anything. I might do a little bit more research on this and see if we're supposed to be losing that much RPM across it. I'm checking it with a photo tack, so I think it's pretty accurate. The photo tack checked out perfect with the the actual wheel contact tachometer that I have. They both read the same on the output, so I'm gonna assume it's correct. But yeah, we got a couple other projects in the shop too. Broken input shaft on this transmission. Just stopped in the field. Everything just quit all of a sudden. First I thought it was a hydraulic pump, but turns out it was a broken input shaft. Can't turn the hydraulic pump without the transmission turning, so that's been a joy. And then we've got this 4755. It's getting it in frame. So it's got 13,000 hours on it. Doesn't look like it's ever been apart. But yeah, we're gonna freshen it up good and get this one done too. And we got a few trucks we're working on. Got a Mack that we're gonna end up doing a cam in. And yeah, another Mack we're doing some steering work too. We got an International here that's just getting DOT inspected. And lots of work to do before spring, that's for sure. that is for sure. So, but yeah, we'll keep you posted on this 340 and hopefully we get somewhere on it. There's Tito, the dog. He's a shop dog. Big doorbell, basically. He's pretty good, though. Running this 4755 on the dyno too. We'll try to get some footage of that. It might be a couple weeks before we get it done. And we're definitely gonna run this T6 165 on the dyno. See if we got something else going on. Some other reason this shaft ended up breaking. Hopefully not, but you never know. It doesn't hurt to check. We got the dyno sitting here, and that thing can just sit outside and run all day and be fine. So we'll find out as soon as we get those parts in. We're still waiting on those for some reason. I think we've got everything we need for this deer, but eventually stuff will show up.